What's going on, wrestling family? Welcome back to the channel. So I'm a little bit under the weather, so if I sound weird, that's the reason why, but I'm going to push through this, and I want to talk to you guys about the conversation going around this TLC match we got on SmackDown between the Motor City Machine Guns, DIY, and the Street Profits for those tag titles. Now, the conversation I've seen a lot of people say, even previous to this match, is that this match should have been on WrestleMania 41. Now, if you want to talk about the quality of the match, because the match was a classic, in my personal opinion, I agree. I agree, just based on the quality, it should have been on WrestleMania 41. But that's where it stops for me. Now, before I get into what I have to say, this is coming from a person who actually went to WrestleMania 41. And one of my favorite WrestleMania matches of all time is TLC 2 at WrestleMania 17 between the Hardys, the Dudleys, and Edge and Christian. And to be able to see something similar to that in person would have been amazing to me. And I love the Street Profits. I love DIY. Motor City Machine Gun is one of my favorite tag teams of all time. So to be able to see that in person would have been amazing. But even in saying that, I think it was a better idea for it to be on SmackDown as opposed to WrestleMania. Now, just hear me out really quick. Let me just explain this to you guys. So let me pull this up really quick, guys. All right, so as you can see here, this is from night 1 of WrestleMania 41 on Wikipedia. On the left, it shows the results and the participants. At least the ones you can see that my big head isn't in the way of. And then next to it, you see the stipulations. And then next to it, you see the times. Now, most people will say, why not take the New Day match against the War Raiders, which I thought was a pretty decent match, remove that, and then put this TLC match in its place. Now, I get it. Swapping a tag team match for another tag team match, you know, something that's less interesting to something that's more interesting. I get the logic. I understand the logic. But we have to understand that if this TLC match was put in this slot, it would have ruined that match. It would have ruined that match. And here's the reason why. Look at the time that they have. 9 minutes and 15 seconds. 9 minutes and 15 seconds. If you go back to the TLC match that they had on SmackDown, that match was 20 plus minutes long. So if you take that match and you shrink it to fit in this slot, it would have ruined it. It would have cut out a lot of spots. It would have felt rushed. Something would have went wrong. I felt like that a match of that caliber needs room to breathe. And I think that's the reason why that match has so much good quality, because of all the time that it had available. It was the main event on SmackDown and went on for 20 plus minutes. Breaking that down to a 10-minute match, maybe not even that, 9 minutes and 15 seconds, maybe 9:30 at most, would have ruined that match. It wouldn't have been the match we thought it was going to be. Now, most people will say, well, why don't they just give them more time on the card? But if you look at the time, bro, first and foremost, we already looking at Roman Reigns, CM Punk, and Seth Rollins. You already know their interests alone is going to take a combined 10 minutes to do, right? And as you can see, their match in total was 32 minutes and 55 seconds. Now, they only could have 7 matches for each night, right? And if you look at the time, it's about the same. If you add it up, it's about the same for both nights. So they obviously only had a certain amount of time. So in order, if we wanted to get that TLC match that we got last night to fit into this card, you will probably have to remove 2 matches out of this. And if they want to have 7 matches, that's obviously not possible. And they want to give a big bulk of this time to the CM Punk, Roman Reigns, and Seth Rollins match. But let's say they shave some time off of the Seth Rollins match, right? Then maybe that match wouldn't have been the match that we've gotten at WrestleMania 41 as well. So if I didn't make it clear, time-wise, it wouldn't have made sense for this to happen at WrestleMania. And it would have ruined the quality of the match. So I'm so glad that it happened at SmackDown. It would even, again, as a person who went to WrestleMania who would have loved to see this in person, I'm saying this as that person. We got a better match than I think it would have been at WrestleMania 41. That's just my opinion on it. You guys let me know what you think in the comment section. I think it just made sense that they did it this way. But at the end of the day, good job for Street Profits, DIY, Motor City Machine Guns. You guys know on my channel for almost over a year, I've been complaining about how they've been handling the tag team division. But I am so proud and happy of how SmackDown is handling the division. They're doing a great job. Now you got Fraxium added into it. But now we just need Raw to catch up. Raw needs to do something with that, or just combine the titles and make it one title across both brands, because Raw has, what, 2 to 3 teams total? So they got to figure that out. I was kind of hoping that Fraxium would have went over to Raw, but, you know, maybe it'll happen after the fact if they have a draft or a shakeup or anything like that. But anyway, Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Salute, peace, have a